Okay, so what I want to do is show you how to use Spline, connect, conic, and axis. We're going to start by creating we're going to start off of the vertical axis, place a couple of those points, and then we will double click to end the line. Next, we're going to grab that connect tool and go from the starting point to the end point, and it'll create a smooth curve to connect down to that distance. Next, I'm going to add a constraint for each of the anchor points to set the vertical and horizontal distance from the origin. And that's going to help us fully constrain the object. This is a little bit tedious. This is the worst part about using a spline is that those constraints, the more anchor points you use, the more constraints you have to then add. So it is easier if you go ahead and double click into your constraint tool to activate it and hold that. Next, we're going to add an axis that we'll use for reference to help us place our conics or our ellipse where we would like it. So I'm going to define those endpoints by making them coincident to a point, one of the anchor points, and then coincident to the edge on the opposite side. You do need to define the endpoints or else your sketch will be underdefined. Next, we'll add our ellipse. I'm going to place one of the corners on that reference line and then place the other one. And then when we add our constraints, it's going to take the major diameter first, and then you can add the minor diameter. It's a little bit harder to add the minor one. When you select, you have to right click and change it over to the semi minor axis. And then what I want to do is ultimately make this one horizontal. I placed it not horizontal so that I can show you how to make that happen. But basically what you have to do is add a constraint and then right click to force that to be horizontal. So we'll do that now. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to make it happen if you have additional constraints on there. So if you notice, I have a coincident one that was keeping me from being able to do that. So I'm just going to delete that constraint. See how it's moving now and it's free. So now I should be able to add that horizontal constraint. All right, last thing I need to do is place the center point a set distance from that vertical axis. And that looks like we have our sketch fully defined at this point. So let's check under sketch solving status. And it looks like we're under constrained. Oh, so I have a point up there that when I deleted the constraint, it left a point. So I'm just going to delete that point because I don't really need it. It's just kind of a remnant from the deletion. And then now if we check our sketch solving status again, we are ISO constrained. So we look good.